I just wanted to start off with a little bit of some of the stuff we do in the park here today. We have a lot of new people starting up, so I thought I'd start at the beginning. One of the things that we first start with is how to hold a stick. Maybe a different lot of styles, maybe not, but let me tell you what I walk through to get the nice, good, solid grip and to make sure that your hands don't start getting sore. So very simply, you need to take your hand out like this. You've got a groove here about in between, right underneath the hard part of the hand there, the hard part of the fingers right there on the hand. That's one place, and the other place is going to be the same distance away from the end of the palm on the back end, so it's a little bit diagonal. If you bend your hand just a little bit, there's a cup. That's what you want to put the stick into, okay? So you put the cup, you put the stick in the cup there, and then you wrap around naturally. If you notice, that gives you not quite a right angle, okay? If you notice, it gives you not quite right angle. That's good. That's also almost a natural grip. It's also, if you play tennis or some of the sports with rackets, it's a natural grip like that. If you force it and make it a flat grip and just exactly like a right angle, you're putting a lot of stress on your wrist and you're putting a lot of stress on your gripping fingers, and you don't want to do that. You want your stick to be able to work for you. Okay, so once you've got that, you got your stick in the groove there, it's nice and relaxed, and you just wrap around naturally. You don't need to crush the stick, okay? Don't crush the stick, don't force it, don't do anything like that. The other thing you'll notice is I don't have a lot of puño. When I was coming up in the 90s, professor would be very specific that we only have 1 to 2 inches or 1 to 2 fingers of puño showing. You'll see here I have just about a finger showing. The reason for that is he would bat me pretty good if I had 2 fingers. So one of the things we do is make sure we have 1 to 2 fingers showing. Remember, you're hitting with a puño sometimes. When you're hitting with a puño, you're close in. You're in a close range anyway. You don't need a lot of puño to be able to hit with a puño because you're not going to penetrate with that puño. You're going to hit with it, okay? So you just need enough to do the job. Same thing for hooking, okay? For hooking, all you need is enough puño to do the job. Anything more, and I'm going to rip it out of your hand. Or the presser, he would hit it right out of your hand. So just try it with one finger's worth of puño. The other thing you want to think about that is if I have choked up on the stick, I've taken away my range, okay? That's important if you do a lot of sparring and real fighting. That little range of distance there, that half a hand, is going to make a big difference. So use good range, still let yourself have enough puño to do the job of hooking and striking, but don't sacrifice range to do that. One of the things, if you do a lot of spinning and you're doing a lot of air work, it's going to be really easy to start choking up on the stick because it makes it easier to control the stick. You probably don't want to do that at the cost of range and also effectiveness, okay? When you got a stick grip like this and you're holding it out there and you're letting the stick do the work, that's a lot of power at the end of the stick. If I choke up on that, now I'm taking some of that away, okay? So there's a couple things to consider there. But basically, try having a short puño, see what that does for you, see what it costs you and what it doesn't cost you. One last thing on a long puño, if you do any of these rolling things where you're coming in like this, it's easy to catch yourself on your arm and on your sleeves, okay? So if you have a little bit of puño, you can still come in and hit, but you're not going to catch yourself, okay? Just some thoughts there. So how do you hold the stick? In the groove there. That's the most important thing. If you don't do that, you're going to have a sore hand, you're going to be fighting your stick, you're going to be having a tough time of it. Well, make it easy on yourself. Go right in the nice smooth grip there where it's natural, wrap around it naturally, and then tighten it just a little bit. Don't fight it, okay? All right, there's some thoughts for the morning. We're gonna get on with class as soon as the rest of the people show up. Thanks for your time this morning. Bye.